The next section we're going to talk about is how do I get placed? So there are a couple of different ways that you can get placed with a camp. You can either get placed through our online hiring system or you can get placed at one of our camp fairs. With our online placement system, our incredible US team will be looking through your application, obviously looking at the skills and experience that you've got, but also at what your preferences are in terms of what type of camp you want to work at, what your availability dates are, why it is you want to do camp and what you want to get out of the experience. And they will then push your application towards camps that kind of fit that criteria and who are looking for people with your skills. From that point, if the camp is interested in having you on board, they will get in touch with you. They will get you booked in for an interview. This will either be a video call or a phone call. They will be happy to work with you on sort of when you're available. You'll be able to have a chat about that specific camp, what your role would be, what the accommodation looks like, any sort of camp specific questions you might have. And then if all goes well with that phone call, they will then be in touch to offer you a place at their camp. At that point, it is completely up to you if you would like to take that offer, in which case you're placed for the summer. Great news. But if for whatever reason at all you get an offer from a camp and it's not what you're looking for, it's not in a location you wanted, even something as simple as you just didn't feel like you clicked with the person that you spoke to from that camp, that's no trouble at all. You can get in touch with us. We can reject that offer for you. We will send your application back out to those camps that fit your preferences and who are hiring people with your skills, and you will have the opportunity to interview with someone new. We are happy to support you through that process as many times as possible, but we do really strongly recommend that if you get an offer from a camp that you are really excited about and that you would really like to take, that you take that offer, because if you do reject that offer to pursue other options and you decide that you'd like to come back to it, there is a very good chance that that spot might have been taken by someone else. On the flip side, if you would like to come along to one of our camp fairs, they are again an absolutely fantastic way to get hired. The real benefit of our camp fairs is that you can get hired in person, so you have that peace of mind that you have been hired by somebody that you've met face to face. You can meet people that are also being hired at that camp with you as well. And more often than not, people that come along to the camp fairs do get hired on the day. If in any case you are unsuccessful at a camp fair, or if there's not a camp that sort of fits your criteria and your preferences, we can always put you through the online system as well. So it's not a case that you have to pick one or the other. You can kind of go for both until you do find an offer that you are really, really happy with. The next question we get a lot is, how long will it take for me to get placed? Now, this is a really difficult one to answer because there is no exact time frame on how long it's going to take for you to get placed. Some applicants get hired immediately. Their first offer is a camp that they're really excited about and they are sorted within a matter of weeks. For others, it can take a little bit longer because it is a real process of sort of finding a camp that is going to be the perfect fit for you. However, it's always a case that the earlier you apply, the earlier you will be placed and the more options there are available to you because there will be less spaces at the camps actually taken up. Please don't worry if it is taking you a little bit longer to find your dream camp. We work with hundreds of camps all the way across the US, and we do have a placement rate of over 99%. So we will find you the perfect placement. You do just need to trust the process and it'll work out perfectly in the end for you. The next question is, where will I be placed and can I pick the state that I'm going to? So we work with hundreds of camps all the way across the US in almost every state. So you could get hired anywhere. Every camp we work with offers its own unique activities, unique way of doing things, and unique experience. So your placement just depends on you and your skill set and what you specifically are looking for. If you do have a really specific state that you are looking to get placed in, you can let us know where this is, and we can sort of look into this with our US team for you. But we always recommend being really, really open in terms of location, as it matters a lot more which camp you are going to based on your skills, your experience, what your interests are. It may be a case that you are dying to be placed in California, but actually there is a camp that ticks every single other box, will allow you to do a job that you will love, will allow you to work with people that you love, that's in New York. So being really open-minded with location is really, really important. And do remember that if there is a part of the US you are dying to visit, you have got that 30-day travel period afterwards. So you can really make the most of that and tick off those bucket list places afterwards. The top priority is that you are placed at a camp that will allow you to have the best time, pursue what you love, and really, really make the most of it. The next question that we get is, can I go to camp with a friend? Now, everyone that applies through AmeriCamp does have their own individual application. And once we put it forward into the portal where there are hundreds of camps, it's really, really difficult to guarantee that you would get shown to the same camps, you'd be in touch with the same camps, and you would then get the same placement. Also, bear in mind as well that all of our camps are hiring for different skill sets and different types of people. So it may well be a case that you and your friend have different skill sets, and actually the camp that you get hired at might not necessarily be looking for people with your friend's skill set. If you are really, really keen to get placed with a friend, your best chance of doing that is to come along to one of those camp fairs I was talking about earlier. This really allows you to make sure that you are speaking to the same camps, you're interviewing with the same camps, and obviously making sure that those camps have spaces for both of you and both of your skill sets as well. It's also an opportunity for you to actually speak directly with the camps, demonstrate that you are going to be a fantastic fit for that camp together as a team. However, in the spirit of adventure and the spirit of AmeriCamp, we do recommend being really open-minded to going by yourself. The vast majority of our applicants do go to camp by themselves. Most of the people that you meet there will be solo travelers, and camp is literally the best place in the world to make new friends. So please don't worry if you don't get placed with your friend. You will be able to make loads of new friends. You can introduce them to each other during that travel period and have that time to bond during that 30 days after camp.